In memory of Johnny Hockey. Number 13 epitomized what it meant to be a hockey player. Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew will forever be remembered as the ultimate hockey guys. Their passion for the sport was infectious, and their mark on the game will simply be everlasting. Our deepest condolences go out to the Gaudreau family. The brothers both tragically lost their lives after getting hit by a drunk driver on August 29th of 2024. It was the eve of their sister's wedding, and it was supposed to be a magical weekend, but things quickly turned to utter devastation. Katie Gaudreau was set to be married in Township, New Jersey, but the unimaginable incident occurred the night before the big day. The brothers, who were groomsmen in the wedding, set out for an evening bike ride, but they never came home. We'll spare you the gruesome details, but as you can imagine, the carnage was shocking. Police arrested 43-year-old Sean Higgins and charged him with 2 counts of second-degree vehicular homicide. We don't want Johnny Gaudreau's legacy defined by these cowardly actions, but rather by the incredible hockey players and men that both of the Gaudreau brothers had become. Their contributions to the game of hockey simply will never be forgotten. Johnny was born on August 13th of 1993 in Salem, New Jersey. He was one of 4 kids with 2 sisters and his brother Matt. As an undersized left winger, Johnny attended Boston College, where he flourished and improved every single year. As a freshman in 2012, he helped the Eagles win a national championship. The new kid on campus was named the most valuable player of the tournament and scored a sensational goal late in the third period to extend the Eagles' lead. By the time the final horn blew in that freshman season, Gaudreau had tallied up 44 points in 44 games, the most for any first-year player. In his sophomore campaign, Gaudreau elevated his game to new heights. The team may not have repeated the same success, but Johnny had 51 points in 35 games. He led the nation in points per game and earned Hockey East Player of the Year. The young gun was even a Hobey Baker finalist, but lost the honors in the long run to Drew LeBlanc, who played for the Huskies at St. Cloud State in Minnesota. Gaudreau's junior year was even more fruitful as he won that Hobey Baker award this time. The gifted young Eagles winger led the NCAA with 36 goals and 44 assists for a gaudy 80 points in 40 games. One of the biggest reasons he stayed to play a third season in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, was because he got to play with his younger brother, who had recently joined the team. And who could blame him? What a thrill it must have been to live out their dream of playing hockey together at an elite level. We're pretty certain they were hoping to live out that dream and meet again on an NHL ice surface, but those dreams were dashed. Gaudreau was drafted in the 4th round of the 2011 entry-level draft. He attended one Calgary Flames training camp prior to the 2011 to 2012 season, but ultimately decided to take his talents to the collegiate level. When he finally made his major league debut in the 2013-14 season, he played his first game against the Vancouver Canucks. We probably don't even have to tell you this, but of course, Johnny Hockey himself scored a goal on the first shot of his career. That's just how the kid rolled. He was a nifty goal scorer, and he just knew how to bury the puck. Gaudreau would continue to improve his craft and earned a spot on the opening roster the next year. Still considered a rookie, he went on to score 24 goals and 40 assists for 64 total points. Fantastic figures that ranked as some of the best amongst rookies. Unfortunately, the winger lost out on Rookie of the Year to the Florida Panthers defenseman Aaron Ekblad. Johnny got his first taste of the postseason action that year as the Flames beat the Canucks in round 1, but then lost to the Ducks in round 2. The pint-sized left winger played in 11 total playoff games, scoring 4 goals and 5 assists for 9 total points. Johnny continued to prosper with the Flames, and in year 2, he even reached the 30-goal plateau and added 48 apples for 78 total points in the season. However, the Flames failed to make the playoffs. The following year, Johnny was embroiled in contract disputes, and injuries just limited his effectiveness. He still led the team in scoring, but the results weren't completely there, and Calgary was swept right out of the playoffs by the Anaheim Ducks. The following season, Gaudreau rebounded quite nicely and set new career highs for himself: 24 lamplighters and 60 assists for 84 total points. Despite the personal glory in making the All-Star team for a fourth time in 4 years, the team fell short of the playoffs again. The next year, Johnny set new career highs again with 36 goals and 63 assists for 99 total points, finishing fourth in the league in MVP voting. And disappointingly, the top-ranked Flames failed to show up for the playoffs and were easily toppled over by the Colorado Avalanche. The next couple of years in Calgary were sort of down years thanks to COVID-19 and other contributing factors. Gaudreau was ready for a fresh start to the 2021-22 season. The new start was exactly what the doctor ordered for Calgary as Johnny blew away his previous career highs, all thanks to a dominating line that consisted of Matt Tkachuk, Elias Lindholm, and Johnny Gaudreau. The left winger racked up a robust 40 goals and 75 assists and led his team to the playoffs. In fact, all three players on the line scored 40 or more goals that year. Unfortunately, things weren't meant to be as the Flames squad lost the Battle of the Albertas. Edmonton would prevail 4-1, and it was back to the drawing board for Calgary. At this point in his career, a change was needed, and despite a strong effort from Calgary to secure the superstar, their efforts went in vain. On July 12th of 2022, it was announced that Gaudreau would not be re-signing with the team and cited family proximity as part of the decision. On the opening day of free agency, Johnny Gaudreau signed a 7-year deal worth $68 million with the Columbus Blue Jackets, a deal that offered him less money than Calgary was offering, but the city offered other intangibles that were more desirable for him and his family. Season 1 with the Blue Jackets was a bit of a disappointment. Johnny led the team with 74 points and represented Columbus as an all-star, but the team finished as the second worst team in the NHL. Gaudreau was minus 33 by season's end, and year 2 in Ohio was just as miserable. Not only did the Blue Jackets finish in last place in the Eastern Conference, but Johnny's totals that year dipped to 12 goals and 48 assists for 60 total points. This was the lowest goal total in his career. It's an absolute shame this had to be his last season in the National Hockey League. Gaudreau wanted to help turn Columbus, Ohio, into a hockey town. If there was any silver lining in the devastation, it's that his untimely passing has galvanized the city in a tragic way. The NHL, the Blue Jackets, and the city of Columbus have honored the star both on and off the ice and will continue to do so. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. The biggest heartache is reserved for Johnny's wife, Meredith. The couple got married in September of 2021 and had 2 kids together. Unfathomably, Meredith announced in September that they were expecting their 3rd child. We lost Johnny just a short time after that. All 3 kids can rest easy knowing that their dad was an absolute superstar. They can be incredibly proud of everything that he accomplished. Not only Johnny, but his brother Matthew as well. Matt played 4 seasons with Boston College. Although he didn't nearly have the success of his older brother, he definitely made his contributions to the team. After college, he bounced around the minor leagues before switching his focus to coaching. Matthew was married to his wife Madeline, and she's also expecting their 1st child in December of 2024. Just another gut-wrenching story and further proof that life just isn't fair sometimes. It's hard to imagine the NHL without Johnny Hockey in the NHL. The 13-second clock runoff to open the season was a powerful moment in time. The vacant left wing position allowed for the magnitude of the situation to really hit home with everybody. We wish the Blue Jackets all the success in the world this year and continue to pray for the Gaudreau family. If you want to see Columbus, Ohio turn their city into a hockey hub like we do, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks in advance, hockey fans. Go Blue Jackets!